everybody, and welcome to Angie's Jungle House. Today I have a massive plant haul for you. Part 1, mind you. So it gets better and bigger than this. So I'm going to give a quick little blurb. I am from the great state of Wisconsin, so it is not very green here in the winter. Now spring has sprung, and this is the time to buy the house plants, so you have house plants for winter. I'm going to kind of go through these guys pretty quick, just introduce you, you know, kind of give you an idea of, you know, anything that, give you a key point of the plant. Anyways, let's get straight into this, and here we go. I'm going to start off with a plant that I have been kind of looking for a few months, and my mom has one of these, but I couldn't wait. An Oxalis plant, purple shamrock plant. These things are so cool, and I have a big thing about plants with movement. It opens up in the day, closes down at night. So since it is evening, it is already closed down for the evening. I really just love the purples and the reds and the burgundies of the plant world. I think they're absolutely beautiful. I also love the whites and the greens and the pinks and the yellows and the, you know what I mean. I love them all. But I love to have a huge variety of texture and color and height and width. You know what I mean. So anyhow, I got an Oxalis. I paid dearly for it. I missed them at around St. Patty's Day, and I know I've seen them. You know what I mean? And here we are in May, paying through the nose. And I'm going to move on to my rubber plant. This little guy, I picked him up. I wanted one so bad. I finally found one, so I bought it. And then today I found a bigger rubber plant for almost the same price. But I'm not going to complain. There's nothing wrong with having more than one specimen of a plant, or even like the exact same subspecies for that matter. But put them in different rooms. There are so many plants here to look at. I'm going to guarantee you that nobody here is going to notice. Speaking of having the same plant more than once, this little Dracaena bicolor marginata, or marginata bicolor, was on clearance for $3.98. It's got, you know, it's already got a little woody trunk here. Must be a cutting from an older plant. My Dracaena Marginata in the kitchen is relatively small, so figured I'd pick this guy up, add some height, and give a little bit of texture to a different place in the house that doesn't quite have something that looks like this, like my living room. Then we're going to move on to my Calathea that I picked up. Yet again, the burgundy underside of the leaves. I love it. And the dark green and the striped foliage. I just think they're such delicate, beautiful plants. This guy was a little sad at the nursery, a little hot, a little sunburnt in some places. Looks like it might have been overwatered once or twice. And, I mean, she's in pretty rough shape. But that's all right. I'll take care of it. I'll bring her back to pristine condition someday. We'll get to the tall guys behind me, the elephants in the room, if you will. Here I have my Gardenia plant. I just picked it up on a whim. I really wasn't looking for one, and I said, you know, it's a pretty good looking plant. It's getting ready to flower. It's gonna be nice in here. It's gonna be a little tropical. And speaking of flowers, go from a Gardenia, which has a relatively nice one, to the peace lily, which has ugly flowers. Personal opinion, it may or may not be very popular, but I personally think the flowers on a peace lily are ugly. They look fake to me. I just don't like them. Does anybody else feel that way? Let me know down below. Let's start a fight. So I would actually love this plant a lot more if it never flowered, to be completely honest. I am really big on big green leaves, so we're going to keep moving on because we still have a few more to go. I picked up at the same place, at the grocery store, for a pretty good deal, a money tree and a tea tree. They came in these pots too, so they were really a really good deal. I think I might bonsai the coffee tree and let the money tree kind of just do whatever the heck it wants. It's just, I figured I'd like to bring a little wealth into my little home. So I picked up a money tree because I feel like everybody needs one, right? I'm just going to put the tea tree there. Then I picked up a Kimberley Queen Fern. It reminds me quite a bit of a Boston Fern with just a slightly different pattern on the leaf. I have pretty good luck with ferns here, and I'm just gonna keep on keeping on with them. I know some people don't have good luck. I do. But I do miss mine, and oh, cats are kind of killing it already. I need to get it up high. That's the only problem, are the cats rub on these things so bad, and they crush all the outside leaves. And then, how about a coffee plant? I picked up a coffee plant because my job is related to the coffee industry. And this is an Arabica plant. An interesting fact is that in Colombia it is illegal to grow bad coffee, which you can't even grow Robusta coffee in Colombia. It all has to be Arabica. So I just figured I would share that random piece of information because I know way more about coffee than any one person probably should. Actually, there's people at work that probably know more, but I don't feel like anybody should know this much about coffee. But if you knew how coffee, like, came overseas, you probably wouldn't drink it, just to be honest. And then I bought a mystery plant. Actually, I really like buying mystery plants, and plants are getting harder and harder for me to not identify. But this one, I actually don't know what it is. I don't have the slightest idea of what it is, so it's going to be really super fun to identify. Ooh, a little water came out. To identify this guy. If you know, let me know. I'm going to see if I can beat you to the punch. I'm going to see if I can have it figured out before the video is uploaded, but if I don't, a little help would be phenomenal. But a mystery plant kind of reminded me of an oak leaf, so I'm like, you know, why not, right? And then I got myself a Curly Locks ivy because I am the ivy queen. Why would I do a plant haul without getting a new ivy plant right? So I just thought the leaves on it were super cute. I'm to the point with my ivy that I need something that's very, very original or quite a bit different. And this one is quite a bit different and pretty original and quirky itself. I really like this guy. It's cute. Then I almost bought today an elephant ear plant. And then I looked at the price tag and I said, 45 bucks? No. So I bought a bulb for $5. And it's already growing because it's slightly humid because we've gotten a lot of rain the last couple days. So I'll tell you what that looks like. Anyhow, elephant ear plant. I'm going to get this planted in the next day or two or maybe this weekend. But it says it can grow up to 5 feet tall as an annual bulb. So I wonder if it actually does that in a year, or if, I would imagine because they grow more than 5 feet tall altogether in like regular perennial growing zones. So I could get 5 feet out of it in a few months. That's phenomenal. They tell you don't plant it till June. After frost through June. Anyhow, that's my elephant ear plant. It doesn't look like much now, but it will. And then we're on to the last plant. And this one I'm super excited about because I have never bought a moss plant before. This is a rainbow moss, and you guys are gonna, somebody might puke when I say this. It looks like a goddamn mermaid tail. It has such a bluish hue. to it, and it's so soft. Okay, I really love moss. I always loved like under the pine trees where it's real damp, and then you'd get like a ground covering of moss, and it always felt so awesome to walk underneath like a pine tree like that. But anyhow, I bought this rainbow moss. Hopefully I can take care of it. I've never bought one before. I seem to have pretty good luck with ferns, and hopefully moss isn't quite as picky. So yeah, that concludes my plant haul part 1. Please stay tuned, and in a couple days I'm going to be posting plant haul part 2. And please let me know down below, what's your favorite houseplant, because I'm really kind of curious to know. Yeah, just let's get a conversation started. Let's interact. I can't wait. And until the next video, happy planting and enjoy spring.